Welcome back, YouTube. Sensei Domino here. This has been the absolute best week of TTM returns that I've had since I started doing them again about a month and a half ago or so. I ended up with 9 TTM returns this week, which is pretty incredible considering we didn't have any mail on Monday with it being Labor Day. But there are 2 returns in particular that I can't wait to share with you. They're absolute legends of their sport, and I was super excited to get them back in the mail. But also, with the good, there was a little bit of bad. I did receive my first auto pen since I started doing these again, and it's pretty disappointing because it's sort of a big name actor. But I sort of knew that sort of stuff, that and secretarial signatures were a possibility. So it was only a matter of time, and at least I got the first one out of the way. In my opinion, it was pretty obvious too. So, but the first thing I want to do is I want to share something that I got in the mail today as well. That's not a TTM. Well, I mean, I guess it is sort of. But about 2 weeks ago, first off, shout out to Sith Lordly and Spine Ticks. He premiered this comic on his live stream that night. And this right here is a comic called The Edge, and it was done by Marvin Wynn, who was also on the show. And this comic is a collaboration between Spine Ticks and Marvin Wynn. And Marvin was nice enough to sign my copy right here. I think there was an original print run of 50, and this is an alternate cover with the Spine Ticks logo on it, which is super awesome in my opinion. But this project was fully funded by Sith Lordly and Spine Ticks. And what he did is he ended up donating the proceeds back to Marvin to help him continue to make his comic and continue to do what he loves. And I think that was absolutely incredible and just awesome generosity by Sith Lordly. And I couldn't wait to get my copy. And it showed up today, and it showed up in fantastic condition, and it looks awesome. And Marvin, I appreciate you signing my copy. It was very nice of you to do that. And so, yeah, if you haven't checked out that episode, if you haven't checked out Spine Ticks and Sith Lordly's channel, definitely go check it out. The Spine Ticks crew is amazing. They're always doing live streams. You know, they show sports cards, they talk about movies, and just all sorts of stuff. It's just an amazing channel. I absolutely love it. Go check it out. Let me find somewhere to put that. There we go. All right, so here is the bad of the TTMs. I'll get the bad out of the way first. So this one comes from Nova 220, whatever that means. Space somewhere. Which wouldn't surprise me considering it's a auto pen. But this one comes from Chevy Chase. And I think it's a pretty clear auto pen because it looks like it's made by a bunch of dots. And there's 3 of them. And I'm a big Chevy Chase fan. You got the Vacation movies. You've got Christmas Vacation. You've got Fletch. Just a bunch of great movies that he did. The Three Amigos. Big fan of his. So I'm pretty disappointed that these, for the most part, check out as being auto pen. And from what I read after I received them, he's kind of notorious for using an auto pen. So it's pretty disappointing. But you know, what can you do? It was still worth a shot trying to get his autograph, and you know, at the time I didn't really know any better, so you know, just chalk it up as a loss and move on. This next one comes from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and I actually started sending these little pouches hoping that players would use them to kind of put the cards in to kind of protect them on the way. I didn't want to put them in any top loaders or you know, card savers or anything, because I've heard that some players will actually sign the protector, and I didn't want that to start happening. So, you know, I thought that might be a better alternative. But this comes from Ray Richardson. And he signed both of his rookie cards, this one right here and this one. They're slightly different. The Ray Richardson on the right and the Armand Hill in the center are the same, but the card on the right is different. And I'm actually considering sending this one off to Campy Russell to have him autograph the other side. I'm not sure if Armand Hill is a signer, but I can check into that as well. And I also got him to sign my 84 star card. So that was a really nice return. Thank you, Ray Richardson. If you haven't seen the documentary, Whatever Happened to Michael Ray, it's an incredible documentary, and it tells you about his struggles with drug abuse and sort of how it curtailed his career. Definitely go check it out. It's a great documentary. The next one is from Santa Ana, California. And this one was super cool because this one actually included a personal note, which is the first personal note that I've received that wasn't on the card itself. But this came from Michael Thompson. Here you go, Tony. All the best, Michael. Signed a little piece of paper. And he signed all 4 of my cards. Here is on his 84 star with the Blazers. He signed his 86 Fleer. Signed his 89 Fleer. And he signed his 90 Fleer. So very happy to get those. And it was really nice of him to write that little note. I think that's super cool. Anytime an athlete or actor, celebrity or whatever takes the time to write a little personal note to you, you know, it means a little bit, you know. This next one, I sort of felt greedy sending as many cards as I did, but he actually signed all of them, so I'm very appreciative of that. And this comes from North Texas, Dallas, Texas, basically my neck of the woods. It didn't go very far. And again, I sent a little sleeve, and they did not use it, but hopefully one of them uses it at some point. And it's sort of disappointing that he didn't, because a couple of these cards got some pretty nasty corner dings en route back to my house, or maybe on the way there. I'm not sure. But this comes from Brad Davis, who, if you don't know, my favorite basketball team is the Dallas Mavericks, being in Dallas. And Brad Davis was the first player to have his number retired by the Dallas Mavericks. And this is technically his rookie card. I guess it's not really his rookie card, but this was the first time he appeared on an NBA card. And it's the leaders card from the 80-81 season. So this is the 81-82 set. And he signed that card. And I don't know if you can see it very well on that, but he signed his 84 star. He signed his 85 star. And I got a couple of these. These were actually given out at Reunion Arena back in 89-90. I had several of these complete sets, and so I pulled a couple Brad Davises out and had him sign those. And he also signed his 91-92 Fleer. So 6 cards he signed. So what do you think? Is there a limit on how many cards that you should send to a player before it becomes sort of ridiculous? I've looked on Sports Card Forum, and I've seen people sending 6, 7, 8 cards, and sometimes they get signed, sometimes they don't. But you know, with me being a Maverick fan, I wanted to get Brad Davis to sign as many as I possibly could. You know, he's kind of a team legend, a local legend. you know, even if he isn't a Hall of Famer. So very happy that he signed all 6 of those, and that was very generous of him for sure. This next one is an actress, and this comes from New York, New York. And I was really excited to get this one. This one comes from Barbara Felden. And for those of you that don't know, Barbara Felden played 99 on the old 60s, late 60s, early 70s hit show Get Smart. And she signed 3 different index cards. She signed this one with the 99, which I thought was awesome. And then she personalized the last one. To Tony, all the best, Barbara Felden, 99, which I think is super awesome. I think she's 89 years old now as well. So, very happy to be able to get these. I'm a big fan of the Get Smart TV show. And I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I don't know about the remake movie that they did with The Rock in it and Steve Carell. But, you know, I guess it has the same sort of feel as the original TV show. But there's nothing like the original actors from that original series. So, next, this one comes from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And this one comes from Bobby Shantz, 1952 AL MVP, 124, lost, I'm not sure if that's 7 or a 9, ERA 2.48, 27 complete games, 48 saves. 3-time All-Star, 3-time World Series champ, 8 Gold Gloves, oldest living MVP, 96. This gentleman's 96 years old. And just look at that handwriting. I mean, that's great. Super happy to be able to get these. He was a fantastic player. Oldest living MVP. Wow. I just wish I had a card to send to him instead of a couple index cards. But I'm really becoming a fan of these index cards, especially when the individual takes the time to add some inscriptions. I think those are fantastic. So this is another one that comes from my neck of the woods. This is North Texas, Dallas. And this one is a Hall of Famer. And absolutely a local legend, basketball legend. And this is Nancy Lieberman. Absolute women's basketball legend. She was also the first woman to coach a men's professional basketball team when she took over the Texas Legends. I think it was 2003. Very happy to be able to get her autograph. I love that she put a little smiley face and she signed 2 of my index cards. Super happy to be able to add this legend to my collection. I love those smiley faces. That's just awesome. So much personality in those little smileys. And she does quite a lot in the community. She's always having basketball camps and doing stuff like that. And I just think it's fantastic how she spreads her knowledge of the game to the youth of the Dallas area. These next 2 are absolute legends of basketball. These are the 2 that you've probably been waiting for, that I hyped up at the beginning. And I don't think they will disappoint at all. This first one comes from Mine Oh Mine. And what was cool about this is they actually sent my letter back, unstamped, and put it in this envelope with this cardboard backing to make sure that they arrived in good condition. And they even put a little photos, do not bend, on the envelope. Now, I actually used the envelope, my old envelope, to send out some TTMs today. So I don't have that to show. But here are the cards. And they're from Shaquille O'Neal. One of the greatest basketball players ever. Probably the most dominant center ever, as far as power is concerned. I mean, he could almost dunk and break your arm. I mean, what he did in 1992 to destroy those backboards. If you haven't seen what he did to those basketball hoops in 1992, YouTube him. It's absolutely incredible. He destroyed them. Such a force of nature. Let me tell you. He signed 2 different cards. He signed his Fleer Ultra Rookie. And he also signed this. I guess is this Classic 4 Sport? I think it's 4 Sport. And he signed this one in gold with the number 33 that he wore at LSU. Yeah, this is 92 Classic 4 Sport. I thought it was. So cool. Got 2 different Shaq autographs. He signed that one with a 32 as well. So very happy to add Shaquille O'Neal to my autograph collection. But that, in my opinion, as much as I love Shaq and as dominant as Shaq was, this guy right here is on a pedestal for me. An absolute legend from Boston, Massachusetts. And he signed one of my 2 index cards. This one is blank. Hall of Famer Bob Cousy, the Houdini of the hardwood. In my opinion, not my opinion, he was the first great point guard in the NBA. Absolute legend. I mean, he was flash, and he was just an absolutely incredible point guard. So ahead of his time. Legendary. And he teamed up with so many great Celtics, including the late, great Bill Russell, to build that fantastic dynasty that won, 11 championships in 13 years. And Bob Cousy was, I think, a part of 6 of those. Absolutely incredible to be able to get this. He says, "To Tony, thanks for your interest, Bob Cousy." Absolutely incredible. In my opinion, I've had some amazing autographs from some amazing people since I started doing this again, and none of them top Bob Cousy. I mean, I would love to own one of his cards, but they are so far out of my price range, I don't think I'll be able to get one. So to be able to get his autograph is just, you know, I have no words. I've said incredible and amazing and all that other stuff already. Yeah, it's just, wow. This is so cool to get. So that is all I have for you. As far as the TTMs. I did pick up something when I was getting some index cards at the local Dollar General. And I picked up a pack of these little Panini stickers. So I suppose I will end the video with a old school Panini pack rip. I haven't opened a pack of Panini since probably 1991, maybe sooner, or maybe later than that. I mean, might have been 1990 or something. But I used to get these and get the little albums and paste them in the albums when I was a kid. So I thought it would be kind of fun to rip into one of these packs, see what they're all about. Yeah, that's cool. Anthony Edwards. I'm not sure if that's his rookie or not. 21-22. So we got Anthony Edwards, Raul Neto, TJ Warren. Oh, that's cool. James Harden, big head looking card. And something shiny behind it. Cole Anthony. Very cool. That might be his rookie card. Very cool. So, Panini Stickers have certainly upped their game with the little prism-looking cards. Very cool. So anyway, that's all I have for you. I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you again soon.